Satnam, Satnam. Good morning or afternoon, depending. Happy to be here with everybody. Just got back from Southern California. Had a great time. Was a combination of being with the Simrit tour, which has been simply extraordinary, and then teaching along the way. Had a great time teaching Santa Monica on Sunday that was, and then let's see, where were we? Encinitas on Monday. It gets a little loopy with so many airplanes. And Encinitas was wonderful. Simrit played the night before, and then in the same space I taught the next night the workshop on 11/11. Of course, we had the live broadcast of the live webcast for the Radiant Body. What day are we? Wednesday. So that was Monday morning, and that's still available through tomorrow night, I believe, and I would encourage you to do it. Also, I'd encourage you, if you haven't checked out the Jai Dev Show, our podcast, it's on your Apple Podcasts, but it's also on Spotify, if you use Spotify. And I actually hadn't listened personally to any of the episodes yet, because, I don't typically listen to stuff that I do. But in this case, I'm talking to people, conversations, and to good friends and great people. And so I listened this morning earlier to the episode with Tommy Rosen and Kia Miller. I loved it. I thought it was great. It was so fun and interesting. And actually these episodes, the ones that have released so far, I probably recorded that one 2 years ago, actually, but it doesn't matter. It's not it's timeless stuff. But there's little references in it where I notice, oh yeah, we recorded this quite a while ago. Now moving forward, now that we got some of our initial episodes released, they're going to be pretty fresh. We'll record an episode and it'll come out pretty much right away. But we had some of these initial episodes backlogged, so that when we released it, we had a little reservoir to pull from. So anyhow, I really enjoyed listening to that. And then also on driving home from the airport yesterday, I listened to the episode with Oz Fritz, Grammy Award-winning sound engineer and deep mystic, and enjoyed that one thoroughly as well. So anyhow, I would encourage you to check that podcast out. It's really fun and different than everything else we're doing. It's not really a repeat. Cool. I hope everybody's doing good. We are on day 30. Jen just let me know, and that's awesome. We end on the 23rd. On Saturday the 23rd is the final day. So currently we're on the 13th, and so that's 10 days away. So not this Saturday, but the next Saturday is the finale of this 40-day challenge. The next 40-day challenge will be in early January. Will be our probably 4th or 5th annual New Year's prosperity challenge. It's always our biggest of the year. And so what you want to already be thinking about is, all right, after this 40-day challenge, what am I going to be doing? Am I going to continue Tershila Kriya every day? Or am I going to be doing Sat Kriya? If you're not sure what to do, either continue with the one you're doing if you're really enjoying it, or you'd move over to one of the big ones that are in the power practices. That would be Sat Kriya, or Sudarshan Chakra Kriya, or Kirtan Kriya, or Longek Onkar. That's so many. So anyhow, if you have questions about what to do next after this broadcast, let me know on our group, and we'll discuss it a little bit. But basically, you just want to do something. It can be simple. There's like the basic here. How about this? If you're not sure, if you're not familiar with all those different kriyas that I talked about, do the warm-up series that we have in the power practices, and then follow that with Sat Kriya. Okay? And however, some of you, or I know many of you, have joined the new Radiant Body course. And if that is the case, you don't have to worry about any of this, because it's going to give you a practice to do between now and the next 40-day challenge for sure. Phenomenal practice, and you're going to be going through those modules. And a lot of us, we have a core practice. Say we may already do Longyak Omkars every day, or we may do Sudarshan every day. And then when we are in the midst of 40-day challenge, we'll add that on top of it as like a supercharge. That would be for more longer time practitioners who have a little bit longer times in a sadhana. And that reminds me of something I want to share with everyone, of which I shared Monday night, 11/11 in Sanitas. And because the night before at Simrit's concert, there was a beautiful sister who I met and is a member of the Life Force Academy and has started, and perhaps you're here today. And if so, I hope you're having a great morning so far. And and I hope you don't mind that I'm sharing this, but the reason I'm sharing it is because it's just so helpful. And I know it's helpful to so many people. And your story, and because your story applies really to all of our stories. And I won't mention her name, however, but I do remember it. And she came up to me after the Simrit concert. After the Simrit concerts, I'll go out to the lobby and I'll pass out stickers. And she's been doing the Tershila Kriya 40-day challenge with the rest of us. And she's been in her life struggling with what seems like very severe depression. And we know severe depression can be dangerous, and in the sense of we can become suicidal. It's very difficult, and I think at least to some extent, most of us know at least a little bit of what that's like, and some of us know a lot of what that's like. And anyhow, she's been doing the 40-day challenge, and she noticed, in the early part of it, that it was really helping, and that the power of the depression was seeming to go away some. But then, more recently, she's feeling it coming back, and that was, and this is my interpretation. I don't remember exactly what she told me, but that was feeling scary to her, because there was a sense that's like, well, maybe it'll make it worse, or like, why is it coming back? Is there something I'm doing wrong? These are all very common thoughts at the beginning. What I encouraged is, of course, to keep going. It will not make it worse. I know that from experience of a long time. But I understand the phenomenon of things seeming to go away and then they're coming back. And I said, well, allow it to come back and try to resist the urge to push it away. And to just, when you're feeling depressed, try to allow yourself to feel depressed, but keep going. That doesn't mean get stuck in depression if you are able to not get stuck, but to feel the feeling of it, not to really go into the story that the feeling may trigger. That's a different thing, because all of these things get powered by inner narratives, and we all have an inner narrative that circulates in our psyche, and part of what Kundalini Yoga gives you the power to do is to change your inner narrative. You're going to have a narrative, but let's make it a good one. And that's what the teachings give you, is a better narrative that brings you a little closer to reality. And And so when she's feeling this depression, or we could say when we are feeling whatever that energies that we would like to transcend or transform, are feeling like they're coming back, that's normal. That's not a sign that you're doing any of this wrong. That's not a sign that there's that, because she's was struggling with, I'm not able to do the visualization and this kind of thing. Well, the whole key in this is all self-love. It's all self-love, and that's a process, and that's a practice, and that takes time, I know. And so I'm not trying to make it sound easy, because it's not at first, but eventually it is. And once it is, it is. But when it's not, it's not. That's just how it is. And and so I say, well, how long have you been doing this Kundalini Yoga? She'd been doing it. She'd done it off and on for a longer period of time, but consistently, a couple weeks. Well, I guess this was a couple days ago, so probably about like 27 days, something like that. So not very long, right? 3.5 weeks. That depression, a depression with as much power as that one, is lifetime in the making. And so we're talking 3.5 weeks here. And furthermore, 3.5 weeks may not be enough time to actually feel, if you haven't worked on it in a substantive way in the past, to be able to effectively stabilize visualizations and that type of thing. Those are what we're working with here. Is rather advanced practices, but it's done in such a way that it doesn't matter if you're an advanced practitioner. You do what you can, and it has as much effect as it needs to have for you right now. So to just hold the posture and do the breathing as best as you can, and to even think about trying to visualize for 11 minutes is phenomenally powerful. It just is. And that's indicated by, all right, the depression kind of went away, but now it's starting to come back. Well, it could have been, and this is a female identifying human being, and it could have been the moon changed, from the female organism, every 2.5 days, the moon center changes. In a male organism, there are cycles as well. They're just somewhat different types of, it's a different rhythm. The male physiology has a different rhythm than the female physiology. And so the astrology could have changed. And yet there's just a rhythm to things. There's a rhythm to life where, all right, things are getting smoother and things are a little more intense. So when you're under a great deal of stress in life, that's when when whatever kind of weak areas that we have, they're going to show themselves when we're under great amounts of stress. And so even if there's stress in the subtle environment, like astrological or moon type things, that is going to put a certain amount of stress on the organism. And so when there's a certain amount of stress in the organism, the things that were able to kind of stay in equanimity when there wasn't as much stress, may not be able to under more stress, so that those types of things will start to come up again. So I said this is too small of a sample size. Just please, whatever you can, keep going. And if you miss a day, it's no big deal. Do it the next day. Try not to miss a day. And so then after 3 to 6 months, you'll have some experience of, all right, it's dissipated, the depression, and then it kind of came back. And I kept going. I've struggled through the hard part, and then it kind of like eased up, and then it came back. And then you'll start to feel the rhythm, and then you'll start to understand, oh, well, this time it came back, but it didn't come back with as much intensity, and so forth. And you'll, over longer periods of time, you'll start to understand the rhythm of things a little bit, and you'll start to understand what progress actually is. And progress is not like this straight upward, but it's rather like it goes up, and then it kind of dips down, and then it goes up, and then it kind of dips down, and then it goes up. But it's not, as long as you stay relatively consistent, it's not dipping down to us, your starting point. It's dipping down some, then it's going up, then it's dipping down. But those dip down moments, they can feel like you're at ground zero, but you're not. It's two steps forward, one step back, 2 steps forward, 1 step back. And if you can do the 2 step forward, 1 step back dance, and you can stay consistent, and that's what a daily practice will give you. You will grow, you will shine, it will work. And then the practice along the way is keep a practice in place as best as you can. But no matter what happens, it's about compassion for oneself, loving yourself no matter what happens. And that's a practice. And if that's not the current reality, it may take some time to really do that. But that's why we have the Life Force Academy. We do that, We embrace all parts of ourselves, not just the parts we like, and then try to push away the parts we don't like. So she was saying that as she was feeling this depression coming back, she was having tremendous resistance to doing the 40-day challenge. And I asked her, did you attend the live broadcast on the first one we had when we started? She said, yeah. I said, did I mention there would be some resistance most likely? She said, yeah. So this is what it is, this isn't an uncommon thing. I mention that because it happens for almost everybody. And at some point, and it may not happen for you yet, but at some point there's usually some resistance especially in the early stages, but also in general. But that resistance, even if it is still coming over time, it gets less and less in terms of its intensity. And then you eventually start to experience it just like you would experience any other emotion that's just flowing by or feeling. They're like clouds in the sky. You are aware of them, but they're not real. You know that they're not substantive, and so you allow them to just float on by. And that's what it is like, or will eventually be like for you, is that things, feelings or emotions or desires that in a previous time really triggered you or created great resistance or made life very difficult. It's not that they go away. It's just that you start to perceive their true nature, and their true nature is illusory, meaning they don't have any innate substance. They're only they come and they go, meaning they're not permanent. They're temporary, and anything that is temporary, just like this stage, it seems permanent, but it's temporary. It's not going to be here forever. It may last a long time, but it's not going to be here forever. And but flow of emotions and feelings and desires are not going to be here very long at all. They're by definition, from the yogic context, illusion. And so you're able to just watch them pass, and the greater the inner vitality becomes, the less that they trigger you and cause a snowball effect of emotional energy that then makes life very difficult. So the encouragement here is to keep going no matter where you are and how you're feeling, and even if it's just a little bit a day, just keep going. Do a little bit a day. Keep the momentum. Keep pressing play. Keep opening up the Life Force Academy and just press play and let us take you on the journey. And it'll become something that I think you'll find over time to be so important that you kept up, and I think you'll find that the really challenging things that we're dealing with, they'll lose some of their intensity in a relatively short amount of time, and over a longer period of time, it's almost as if they're non-existent. Okay, Satnam, let's tune in. Inhale, please. Exhale. Namo Gurudev Namo. Namo Gurudev Namo. Adgure Name, Jugadgure Name, Satgure Name, Sri Gurudeve Name. Adgure Name, Jugadgure Name, Satgure Name, Sri Gurudeve Name. Adgure Name, Jugadgure Name, Satgure Name, Sri Gurudeve Name. Satnam, come on your hands and knees, and let's start warming up. Let's start breathing well, and cat-cow. But now deeper the breath. And inhale, head is up. Third eye is the gaze. Exhale, head is down. Push all the breath out. Pull your navel in. Beautiful, and relax. Coming up to easy pose. And then bring your hands to your ankles. And spinal flex. Close your eyes and meditate into your third eye. Keep going. Keep up. Another 25 seconds. Inhale deeply. Suspend the breath, root lock in, heart open, third eye. Go stillness, emptiness. Exhale. Hands to your shoulders. Inhale left, exhale right. Meditative vibration. Continue. To the center, inhale deep. Exhale. Chest lifted, meditative mind. Hands on the knees. Inhale up. Exhale, just let it release. Inhale, squeeze up. Exhale. Can we kill that heater? Thanks. Okay, take your left arm out like that. Right arm goes underneath. Fingers of the right hand into the left palm. Or the best you can. Keep your shoulders released down, chest out, and breathe long and deep through the nose. And relax and do the other side. Right arm out, left arm underneath, fingers of the left hand into the palm of the right. Lift through your chest, drop through the shoulders. Breathe. Relax, take the hands back to the knees. And again. Root lock lifted up, chest, not this, no attention to detail. Attention to detail. Root lock lifted up. Come Come on, chest is lifted up. Posture, please. And then chin slightly in. The gaze of the third eye. Pay attention. Make the most of what it is that you're doing. And then inhale, squeeze up. Exhale. Beautiful. Have some water. Stretch the legs out wide. Stretch the legs out wide and flex the feet. You're going to inhale to the center. Turn your navel to the left. Exhale down. Inhale up to the center. Turn the navel to the other side. Exhale down. And nice smooth rhythm. The breath, every inhale, deep breathing. Center, hinge forward. Let the shoulder blades release down the back. Keep the flex of the feet. Relax the groin area. Close the eyes. Breathe long and deep. Breathe long, meditative, and deep. Root lock is in. Groin is relaxed. And relax, shake your legs out. Bring your right foot over like such. And hug your right leg up into your chest. And keep your chest lifted, shoulder blades released. And then gently twist to where you're looking over your right shoulder. And breathe long and deep. Unwind the other direction and then switch. Hug the left leg into your chest. And then look over the left shoulder. Unwind the other way. And come easy, folks. One more time, hands on the knees. And again, shoulder shrugs. Inhale, squeeze up. Exhale. Have some water or tea. Beautiful. It's just opening the channels of your spine. So that when we're doing the Tertiary Kriya, not quite yet, but almost, then the energy is able to flow. Purifying the dense energies that accumulate overnight so that you can then work in the subtle field. Okay. And so here's what's coming next, though. Not for the full time, but for a little bit of time. What you're going to be doing is O-shaped mouth, inhaling through the mouth and exhaling through the mouth. When you exhale through the mouth, navel comes in. It's like a powerful. Use your diaphragm and your navel. You inhale through the mouth, exhale through the mouth to the rhythm of the mantra. And what's going to happen, hands start here above the knees, not on the knees, but above the knees. And then you're going to inhale, and your left hand sits on top of your right hand, like that. Left hand sits on top of your right hand, above your head. And then you exhale, and you come here. So the left hand will come up on top of the right, above your head, and then down like this, okay? Like that. And with the rhythm of the mantra, and the eyes are closed, purifying the subtle body, activating radiant energy, and give it a whirl. And we'll begin. Meditate into the third eye, and with every inhalation, draw your energy into the third eye space. 30 seconds. Inhale through the mouth. Interlace your fingers, stretch up. Root lock, shoulders, blades release, stretch up through the knuckles, and then stretch around. Like a cannon through your mouth. Exhale. Inhale. Stretch up, stretch around. Exhale. Inhale deep. Root lock in, shoulders release, touch the fists up to the ceiling. Exhale. Relax. Satnam. Okay, beautiful. So let's go. Stretch your legs out if you need to. Have some to drink if you want to. And take the Tirsala Kriya posture. Thumbs stretched out, elbows into the rib cage. Chest lifted up, shoulders dropped. Inhale. Visualize a lightning blue-like light vibrating around the hands. And when you exhale, projecting through your fingertips like a bolt of lightning, blue-white lightning, out into the infinite space. And then keep the breath held out. And mentally chanting along with the mantra. Not listening, but chanting with it mentally. And then inhaling. And you may imagine that your chanting with the mantra mentally will generate the lightning blue light energy. Eyes closed, looking straight at the back of the eyelids. Posture steady and regal. And continue. Chant along and make your chanting the purifying of the inner psyche, so that your radiance has an open field to come through. Chant the mantra, the thunderbolt of the mantra to purify the inner space. meditatively chant along. Use the chant to amplify your radiant field. Exhale. Satnam. Take your hands at purples. May the long time sun shine upon you, all love surround you, and the pure light within you guide your way on, guide your way on, guide your way on. Satnam. Satnam. Okay, very nice. I didn't want to stop, but here we are. I'm heading over to our Facebook group. Let's connect over there for a few minutes. And thanks so much for being here today, and have a beautiful rest of your day. But first, let's check in. Let's connect. See you over on our group in just a moment. Satnam.